Shasar, Winjamana, Ulaikwa, Shuta, Marita!
Hello everyone, I'm JC, I'm the creative director on Far Cry Primal, and I'm here today with Max.
Hi, I'm creative director at Ubisoft Toronto. We're working in partnership with Ubisoft Montreal on Far Cry Primal, and today we're showcasing a couple of the new features we've been building for the game.
So what we saw at the beginning of the video is actually early on in the game. Ul is the Udam war chief, and with his tribe, they're attacking your village. And so now we're trying to make our way to their homeland in order to retaliate. And it's the occasion to start exploring the majestic world of Oros. The Stone Age is a time when man was not at the top of the food chain, and basically our hero Takar will have to make its way from the bottom to the top of this food chain.
Speaking of, here's a mammoth. I don't think we're ready to hunt the mammoth yet.
No, we're not ready yet, but there's a few ways we can improve this situation. If you see, there's dead goats on the ground, so that means there's a predator nearby. And in previous games, the predators were only danger. This time around, they're even more savage, but since Takar is the beast master, he can also use it as an opportunity. So he's able to tame all the wild predators of Oros. So we have a wolf in front of us, let's try and tame it.
And then, all right, let's throw the bait on the ground. That's gonna calm it. And then we're gonna tame it. There you go.
So cool. So now we have a beast, we have a dire wolf. It's an amazing beast. And one of the ways we can use it in the world of Oros is through hunting. Hunting is a super important part of your experience in Oros, and it's a good way of getting resources that you need for your upgrades.
And send your beast, it's super easy. You just point, send your beast over to it.
Nope. Not that time.
That's open world, my friend.
Yep. So everything is systemic, but we'll find another prey. Something big here, we find a yak. So yak is a big prey, but these wolves are dire wolves, so they're quite huge themselves. And so he starts chasing. He's got it by the tail, by the throat, and it's a takedown. Good boy!
Perfect. Time for a reward, maybe?
There you go. You can feed your beast. It's also the way of healing them. We just killed the yak. It's the opportunity to get resources from it, which will enable us to upgrade. So let's see what we can upgrade. There's a lot of way of hunting. Traps, placing traps on the ground is also another way of hunting in Primal.
Because we just killed a yak now, the carcass might attract predators in the area. So I think there's a dhole that's coming, exactly. So we're just gonna set the trap on the ground and wait for the dhole to come.
So this is a great opportunity to get resources. There's a lot of way of hunting different animals in the game. And once you manage to get the harder resources, you can upgrade a lot of the aspects of the game. There's weapons, bags, etc. So tons of unlocks for you. Here we can take a look at the world map of Oros. The world is really big. And it's unfogged through a fog of war, so you have to travel the world in order to unfog it. There's no more radio towers because of Stone Age, but what you see here is a bonfire.
Yeah, bonfires are used to fast travel everywhere to the world of Oros, and it's also a place where you can access your village stash.
So let's go there and claim it for ourselves.
Oh, the wolf is growling.
So all the animals have abilities, and the wolf will growl in order to alert you of nearby enemies. You can use one of the other tools of the Beastmaster in order to recon the environment around you.
Takar can summon the owl to be able to fly around, survey the area, get a good tactical view. So now we've marked 3 enemies.
So this one, the one with the orange horn, is able to summon reinforcements. So it's probably a good idea to go in more stealth. And so we'll summon another one of the animals, which is the jaguar, which is very good for stealth approach.
Yeah, exactly. What's fun with the jaguar is that if you crouch, it's also going to go low. And it's going to be stealth, not make much noise, not attract any enemies or predators. So let's take out this first guy, headshot.
So here you see, as long as we crouch and the jaguar is crouching, it's completely undetectable, and so we can approach very stealthily from the enemies.
Oh, that was a good headshot. This is exactly what I love to do when I play the game. Send my beast on a first target and take out the second one right away, and then double takedown.
And so now we can claim the bonfire with a fire roll. So this is really cool because it gives us a very important anchor point in the world where we can fast travel. It enables us to conquer the world of Oros and have much more ease as we travel through it. But there's a lot of other ways we can travel through the world of Oros. As the Beastmaster, you can summon an owl, you can give order to a beast, but you can also ride a wide array of animals like the young mammoth. But you also have other beasts that you can ride, and it gives you really a lot of ease as you travel through the world, and you're able to move much faster, but also use it as a weapon, which is a good opportunity. So you can see the green gas, which is one of the weapons of the Udam.
And the rhino just decided to run away.
So here we see the glacier of Oros in the back. We'll just skip ahead to the outpost where we'll find a lot more resistance and we'll summon a saber-tooth.
What a great feeling. I love doing that.
So the saber-tooth is one of the deadliest predators in the game world, and once you have one at your side, it gives you a lot of power. So we've arrived to the outpost that we're hoping to attack. And the best course of action, as usual, is to summon our trusty owl and recon the area.
Yeah, exactly. And when flying with the owl, the different icons tell us the types of enemies that we're going to be facing.
There's a lot of things we can do with the owl. It's not only a recon tool, we can still give orders to our beast, so we could command it from here. But we can also drop different types of bombs. Let's do that. Let's set this outpost on fire with some fire bombs. Here we go, and we can also use it to attack enemies, dive down directly to enemies. So this, of course, is alerting them a lot, so now they'll be looking for us, but it's time to assault.
Go spear to the head, send a saber-tooth. Oh, jump attack. I love that one.
It's super cool. And a takedown, and then throw a shot to kill another dude. About the double bow. There we go.
Reinforcements. That's not good.
So now it's going to be much more assault. So let's summon one of the biggest tanks in the game, the cave bear, which is very resilient, which can take a lot of punishment and give you the opportunity to go around the enemies. Summon some bees.
That's annoying.
Which is another one of the cool toys of the Beastmaster. You can dispatch enemies with the bees.
Oh, is there an enemy? Yeah, perfect. That from above. The bear's happy. There you go. Yeah, that was just a small taste of the amazing Stone Age open world, full of surprises and danger that we've got waiting for you. Thank you very much, GC.
Thank you, Max.
See you soon.
Tidwaya spacham, hadijam dwaya salwa daf daf. Mas matis guari quaturbadi. Matakar na arsipi chauda dausa. Usa dwaya smadi. Yamagis tuarsha damnasha. Taparswa guarbati hasta.
Dash. Karticha.
Tushina Gwash. Saiwakant.
Sanduayas. Winchapal.
Suwan Brasta.
The interesting thing about Far Cry is that it's flexible. I mean, maybe there's an idea that we have all these different Far Crys planned, but the reality is at the end of each Far Cry, we sort of think to ourselves, where do we want to go next? And so a team came to us and basically said, we've got an idea for Far Cry. So they sat us down and they started to talk about the idea of a Far Cry that was primordial, but took place at the beginning of time, the beginning of mankind. And now we have a chance to finally reveal Far Cry Primal. We are super fucking excited about this game.
I think at the heart why it clicked is because it's a very powerful idea, very simple, especially for a Far Cry game, because it's always been this kind of dual or pitting nature and man together. We decided to settle on the Mesolithic time period, which is a very interesting moment in humanity because this is the first frontier. It's the first time a man put a stick in the ground and said, "This is mine."
I think all Far Cry games are about survival. And they're always about survival at first, and then it's about going from being the hunted to the hunter. When Takar arrives to Oros, he's exhausted, he lost everyone, he's alone, he has no weapons, and he finds himself in a place where actually you don't know if beasts or men are the most dangerous.
Alors, Oros, c'est un monde sauvage et primitif. C'est une corne d'abondance. C'était un ancien glacier qui s'est retiré à la fin de l'ère glaciaire et qui est devenu une vallée très très fertile avec des écosystèmes très différents où énormément d'animaux sont retrouvés, notamment des grands prédateurs et des grands herbivores.
For us, it's always been important to have nature be bigger than man. It was the time of the megafauna. Everyone was competing for food and man was definitely not at the top of the food chain.
Le principe, c'est qu'on n'achète pas ses armes, on les fabrique. Au début, il va devoir vraiment ramasser du bois, des pierres, commencer à se fabriquer ses premières armes, etc. Petit à petit, obtenir plus de ressources pour fabriquer des armes de plus en plus fortes.
It's all about hunting, it's all about fighting another tribe that is trying to take your stuff. It's all about gathering food and materials to survive.
À cette époque, l'homme était déjà extrêmement avancé, savait déjà utiliser la taille de la pierre de 150 façons différentes. Donc on a énormément de variations de type de lance, on a énormément de variations de type d'arc, faites avec, comme à l'époque, des pierres, des ligaments, des bouts d'os. Donc ça a nourri encore plus notre envie de le faire rentrer dans la marque Far Cry.
Comme on l'a dit, le monde est vraiment grand. Mais le monde est vraiment dense. Il y a énormément d'activités, de systèmes d'animaux, des humains en train de chasser. Le cycle jour-nuit va changer ce qui se passe. Donc de nuit, les prédateurs vont sortir, les proies vont aller dormir. Le joueur va se retrouver pris là-dedans. Et à chaque fois, on a des surprises. Et c'est ça qu'on aime en fait.
When you make a game that's set 12,000 years ago, it's really hard and there's not a lot of documentation on it. Yeah, there's the environment, that's one thing, but what about the culture, the people, the way they talk, the way they move, all these things?
What's primal? How do we get back to our roots? All the organic remains have disappeared. Did they use leather? We don't know. Were they using wood? We don't know. What remains are rocks and bones. So for me, it was very interesting because we actually had great gray areas in which we could dive into.
Et se plonger là-dedans, c'est comme cette possibilité de changer des règles. On n'a pas d'armes à feu, on n'a pas de véhicule, on doit inventer de nouvelles manières de se déplacer, de se battre, qu'on n'avait pas l'habitude de mettre en avant autant dans les autres Far Cry.
I think it's going to be a very exotic journey, but it's still a Far Cry at core. So I don't know, I think they're going to be excited to have a new playground that feels so fresh and new, and where every step could lead you to a new discovery that you were not expecting.